Um, well, that's embarrassing. Hey, what's going on? This is Chris with Grep Hacks. Just kind of signing in for Advent of Code 2024 day one. I've been live streaming for 35 minutes and forgot to hit the go live button in YouTube Studio. So here we are. Just a brief recap. This year, we're starting out. I've already solved part one and two. We're starting out with this historian hysteria. Essentially, we get these two lists, a left list and a right list. And the first part of the problem is we have to, in ascending order, match up the total distances between them and come up with a total distance. In the test input case, there is 11. And then in part two, we have to do the same thing, but we have to do a multiple based on how many times a unique number shows up in list A and in list B. We were given some test input that can be found here as test. You can see, and we started out by just cloning from our framework from last year and building out the tests for each set of inputs with their individual functions. The problem is pretty straightforward. Part one is just simply taking the two inputs, parsing out the columns of data, sorting the two slices, and then ranging through those slices and converting them to the absolute values. In Go, that is float functions, so we convert them to floats, then back to ins. We probably could have done this entire thing as floats. And in fact, actually, let's just do that now. I'll do that later, actually. I think, yeah, we want parse int instead. So parse float. And then we can do whatever the input is, and we can do our bit size of 64. Yeah, so then we can do this, and this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then I'll just have to remember to do this in the future. Because once we do that, then our score can be shifted to be this, 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 and this, and this. Can I just do it this way? Yeah. Yeah. So our function can be that. As we run our tests, wrong type. We do this and this. Is that going to work? Oh. expected needs to be that. All right. So that just makes things a little bit cleaner here, keeping it all in the same data type. We can just talk about this real quick. I mean, I just wrote a quick parser going through by line, going through by column, and then the first set is pretty straightforward. We sort the slices, we do the maths, doing the absolute value, and then the second part, we get a unique set with the counts of each set of integers. I just wrote a function for that. That loops through the in and then creates a count based on the unique numbers, and then does some multiplication on that to come up with our final output. So that's pretty much it for Advent of Code day 1. Again, I plan to do every night moving forward. We start tonight. Again, I kind of botched the live stream tonight, so hopefully I won't do that tomorrow. But at any rate, that is Advent of Code year 2024 day 1. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, not super complex. And as we move forward, we'll visualize the results. So as we have puzzles that are mazes, or like when we're implementing Dijkstra's, I plan to visualize that in a grid of some sort, so that not only do we solve the problem, but we can work on a framework of actually visualizing it and maybe kind of see some cool results at the end of it. If you have any questions, or if you run into any problems or curious why I took certain approaches, I'll be honest, this was more of a get it done approach as opposed to like, I mean, it was fairly methodical, at least in my process, but it wasn't really, I'm not looking to do something that's going to necessarily be the most idiomatic way or the perfect way of approaching it. Just how do we solve these problems using Go in a relatively short amount of time. So that's it for day 1. We'll see you tomorrow. You have a good night. Bye.